You walk every day, you take a great shoe, you sleep every day, you sleep on a good bed. The more you invest on yourself, the more it will gratify back to you and you'll feel better about yourself.
A few moments later.
Hey guys, welcome back to Hungry Geeks. As you may see, I'm on a different background right now because I'm personally on my bed. And this is 7 tips on how to improve your sleep and fight insomnia. So recently, over the past months, over this pandemic, I've been encountering a lot of scenarios or episodes that I have to combat the urgency, how to sleep, from improving my ways in how to maximize my sleep versus work versus personal life. It's really been an personal endeavor of mine to really give some investment in terms of how the way I sleep. Now, I know it might sound a little bit cheesy, but yes, we are all encountering this problem. Since March, there are really some episodes that I couldn't sleep until 4 a.m. until my brain was so tired or my body was so tired before I could get to sleep. And then you have to go back to work 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Of course, it's work at home, but your mind, your body isn't conditioned well. Technically, 1/3 of your life is dedicated for sleep. But of course, if you want to do the 7-to-1 hassle of Carlo Ople, you have less sleep but you have more opportunities to do. So, you make up with the sleep with more quality sleep. That's my motto right now. You walk every day, you take a great shoe, you sleep every day, you sleep on a good bed. The more you invest on yourself, the more it will gratify back to you and you'll feel better about yourself. So, to give you a quick background, my bed is a king-size bed, but I sleep alone. But I like the feeling that I kinda toss myself around back and forth and just hug the wall sometimes. First and foremost, I invested on a better mattress. So this is a Uratex premium mattress. And I assure you, investing on a mattress, it has its benefits. First and foremost, the mattress is more firm. So it's not one of those flush mattress where you're going to sink down. It's more firm that it supports my back. This is the Orthocare Uratex premium mattress. I won't be able to show you really the mattress because it's really covered on mattress cover, and also it already has the bed cover. So I'll just show you a picture of it. But to give you overall experience from my previous mattress, from a spring mattress to this one, it's more firm. I was able to sleep on a more straight up position. I have back problems. Rejuvenating while sleeping on a flat or more firm surface really helps me a lot on this one. Second thing that I invested on in terms of sleeping is the pillow. The pillow, I first invested on the pillow is a traditional Uratex, traditional Ultima sensory pillow. Alright? So this is the Uratex Ultima sensory pillow. This is kind of more of a memory pillow, so that's why once you squeeze it, it'll go back to its shape. But what's good about this pillow is this is also infused with hydrogel technology. So hydrogel technology makes the whole pillowcase and the whole pillow colder than the usual room temperature. So that's why you feel cold, you feel more comfortable when sleeping. But the problem was, I found out myself that I was a side sleeper. Technically, I'm not a flat head sleeper. Alright guys, FYI, if you're a flat head sleeper or you just lay flat on your back when sleeping, you need this pillow. Why? Technically, it is to help you in terms of overall sleep with your head and more of your lumbar support as well here. But the problem with me is I sleep on my side. So that's why in my third investment, I got the Uratex Sensory Ultima pillow or Ultima Sensory pillow, more of the side. This is for the cervical or for the sides flush. So that's why if you sleep on the side, the curves of the pillow will assist you here. So my neck is properly assisted sideways and there's no problem. Okay, so third investment was the pillow. Fourth investment was really more a big upgrade on my room. As I told you earlier, I'm a very light sleeper. Anything with noise can actually wake me up. Even the slight notifications of Facebook Messenger with a ting can wake me up. Yep. So that's why I invested on a much better air conditioner. So I upgraded on a 1 horsepower Inverter series aircon from Xtreme. So it's actually a split type conventional aircon with R410 refrigerant. And the wonderful thing about having a split type is that the external part, the one that makes the cold air, is outside. So it's not like your typical window aircon where it's going to rattle up and makes a lot of noise, compared to my previous aircon, which makes the sounds like this. It's a huge difference when you have an aircon that's like this. So aesthetically, it's also pleasing to the eyes. It's an upgrade. And what I found out is for the previous window aircon that I have for 0.8 of a horsepower, if I use it for 8 hours a day for 30 days, it's really even more expensive as compared to the same aircon with Xtreme for 8 hours a day for 30 days or for 1 month. I compared this using the Meralco app for the calculator of the electricity consumption, and I can really save around 500 to 400 pesos per month in terms of the overall electricity consumption. So I really got an aircon which is more quiet, and then I even save up more electricity, and ultimately the aircon itself is going to pay the difference of the price in less than 2 years. So it's not a bad investment at all. And furthermore, it's a 1 horsepower versus 0.8 of a horsepower, so it cools much faster, so you sleep much faster as well. It's more comfortable, and you have a lot of more functionality, such as the sleep mode. It also has the follow me mode, where once you press it, it will follow the sensor of the aircon from the remote. So the fans itself is going to follow wherever you are. But since my room isn't really that big, I don't really need that. What I mostly do is the timer and also the sleep functionality. Alright, so that's the 4th investment I did, was to switch to a better aircon. Believe it or not, your sense of smell actually contributes a lot in terms of how you taste, how you smell, and how comfortable you are in your current situation. That's why I invested more on small packets of oil-based air freshener. These are called FLERR, and they are available online on Facebook, and I was able to get them for around 250 to 270 pesos each. The good part about this one is it's really meant initially for the car, where it's an oil-based scent, and the cap is made out of cork, and then there's a rope here. So every time you shake the container, the oil will actually sip out and goes here and releasing the fragrance here. So I was able to get some tropical based scents, from vanilla to tropical rain, melon cucumber, I think, and this one I'm holding right now is caramel coffee. It's kind of different, but I'm a coffee fan. I'm not really sure where do I place it, but initially the 3 first things that I mentioned, I place it on the aircon, at the living area, and also our bathroom. So I get different scents all throughout where I go at the house, and it's such a nice experience because you're really more of getting pleased in terms of the sensory of smell. Next, on the 6th one, is one little thing that is more of a pros and cons. If I invested on a good aircon and you're sleeping on aircon, the problem is at the end of the day, or once you wake up, your lips are dry, your mouth is dry, because technically the aircon dries up the air. So you need a humidifier. So I got a humidifier at Lazada as well. This is the Deerma humidifier, where it's simply that one. It's the Deerma humidifier. It carries up to 5 liters of water. Good for around 3 to 4 days without refilling. It has its UV lamp for water purification. You can put oil scents as well. So I was able to put some scents from the FLERR from the FLERR air freshener as well, or it has some oils, essential oils like lavender or chamomile, anything you want you can also put there. And then what's good about it is you can program how many hours, you can program the intensity of the humidity that you want to release out in the air. And ultimately, every time you wake up, your mouth isn't dry, your lips isn't dry. Everything is much more pleasantly, even though it's really cold on the aircon side. Trust me guys, the Xtreme aircon is really cold. Alright, so that's the 6th investment I was able to do. And the 7th investment I was able to get is really quite fascinating. It's actually the one that I'm laying on right now. This is actually a weighted blanket. Alright, weighted blanket has been around for more than around 3 years already. I've known some people who are using weighted blankets already for a lot of time for fighting anxiety and insomnia. But it's becoming a craze lately because of the increasing anxiety and insomnia that people are encountering during this pandemic. If you're wondering what's a weighted blanket, technically it's heavy. So what's the benefit of a weighted blanket, you might ask? So one and foremost is a weighted blanket kind of mimics the impression of getting hugged. So if you have your mind getting the impression of getting hugged, it's more of that your mindset is set to more comfortable, you'll get to sleep faster, and of course ultimately it's nice. Second, since this is a weighted blanket, you don't have to keep on juggling over and over, left and right, tossing yourself over and over just to find the right spot. Since the blanket itself is weighted, trust me guys, this is quite heavy. 12 kilograms for the whole blanket isn't a joke. It's really nice that it kind of hugs you downwards. Now the good part about this one is it kind of refrains yourself from keeping on tossing yourself from left to right, finding the right position. Even on my preference of sleeping, I want my legs to be pressed down by the pillow, and this can do it. So those tiny little things kind of help me as well in terms of sleeping. Third thing about it is, since these are weighted blankets, each and every individual square that you see here actually has beads inside. Kind of similar in how weighted gloves are, or weighted boxing gloves or those fitness gloves are created. This has glass beads inside, so it's really nice. It's not really that annoying that it's heavy on one part. It's really evenly distributed in a heavy way. I've been using this for 1 week already, and each and every time I sleep, it's really a good experience. I don't know if it's a placebo effect that I'm using the weighted blanket, but I noticed I sleep faster. I kind of look forward in sleeping, and additionally is the greatest part that I was able to experience on this weighted blanket is I don't have to keep on reaching my phone over and over. I know you guys are experiencing this as well. You kind of put your phone besides your bed or your pillow, but with a weighted blanket, once you're settled in, it kind of refrains you from moving and reaching out your phone. That's a big advantage that I was able to get on this weighted blanket. So, but of course, this blanket has its own disadvantages. First and foremost, it's hot. So you really have to get an aircon filled area, or your room has to be air conditioned in order to sleep on this. I sleep generally on a 22 to 24 degree temperature. Sometimes I want to crack it up 17 degrees, depending if it's raining or not. But ultimately, you can't sleep on this if you're not in aircon because it's quite hot. Alright, thank you so much guys for checking out my 7 investments for a worthy or anti-insomnia anxiety sleep. So hopefully that I was able to give you some improvements or some suggestions in how to improve your sleep. And I really believe that if you invest on your sleep, you're going to invest on yourself. So don't be afraid on investing for a better sleep. Alright, so thank you so much guys for checking out this vlog. If you like this episode, please do give us a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe for more episodes in the future. I'll try to deliver more videos in the future, and upcoming videos will be more of home improvement. I improved my home in terms of smart home, and then my Wi-Fi recently. All of those you're going to see at the vlog really soon. Alright, thanks so much guys. My name is Isan de Guzman. Consider following our social media channels on Facebook, on Instagram. Follow me as well on Instagram at Isan de Guzman. And check out for the latest news and gadgets here at Hungry Geeks. So thank you so much guys. Have a good night, sleep, and thank you. See you next episode. Bye!